Hey everybody, today I'm just going to be doing an overview and some swatches of the Milani. So I have the Bella Ivory, just a matte, satin matte finish, and then the Bella Gold, which is a metallic finish, the Bella Bronze, which is a metallic finish as well, the Bella Copper, metallic. As you can tell, pretty much all this look was metallics except for the transition shade, which is this next one, and is Bella Caffe, and this one is a satin matte as well, just like the Bella Ivory. So I use more the gold and the neutral tones. They do blend really well. One thing that I have noticed is if you wet your brush when you use the metallic ones, you get a lot more color payoff, which is awesome, because that way it's not so muted, because sometimes you'll see these like amazing colors and you'll look at them and be like, oh, that is so awesome, and then you put it on your eyes and it doesn't translate nearly as well, and you're like, well, maybe it's just the eyeshadow. Just try wetting your brush and then dipping it in and then patting it on versus like swirling, and you'll get more of a compact color with that true metallic feel coming through, which is like awesome. And so I actually just want to go through and swatch the rest of these. There are 30 colors in the whole collection. I only have 14, only because I only buy colors I know that I'll actually use, and so I have a little bit less than half of the colors. I just want to go through and swatch them for you so you can see. So I'll do all the ones I don't already have on my eyes. So the next one would be Bella Champagne, which is a shimmer tone. And with this one, they're decently creamy. I mean, I have definitely felt more creamy, but this being a drugstore brand, they're really good because they blend well together and the pigment is pretty good in them. So it's just like a highlighting color right there, so that'd be good for like the inner corner or the tear ducts on that one. And the next one is Bella White. This one's awesome for a highlight under your brow bone because it is a nice white and it is buildable. All these are actually buildable, so at first it might not look stark white, but you can build up to it. But it's really, really nice for under the brow bone because it has no shimmer in it, which is ideal if you don't like that, if you like the more matte look, which I do. And next I have the Bella Chiffon. This one, it says it's a highlight and a shimmer, but since it does have the shimmer, it's a little bit more of like a gold champagne. So this one, to be honest, I think you might actually be able to get away with using that like on your cheekbones. So it's like a pretty champagne color. And then another is the Bella Espresso, and this one is a satin matte. I do really like the mattes in these. I feel like the color translates really well and they do blend good. Because I know with certain brands, the mattes kind of are patchy when you go to actually blend it. So that's the Caffe Espresso, and there is a swatch right there, so it's really pretty. So it's obviously, you can see it's very like a solid color throughout on that one. And then these are just more of like the colorful colors that I got just to throw on there to see. Let me clean off my hands. I'm wearing white today, so let's see if we don't get any color on myself. And then the next one I got is Bella Emerald, and this is like a pretty shimmer green. So it's not the metallics, it's not nearly as foily looking, but it is nice. I do like to try greens only because I feel like with hazel eyes, greens look really nice. And this one I'm hoping doesn't turn. I haven't used this color yet, but a lot of like greens and dark purples tend to turn like a gray color in my eye. I don't know why, but that one's really pretty. It's not too bright. It's kind of like a pretty forest green. And then I got the Bella Purple as well, and that one is a shimmer. And like I said, the dark greens and dark purples I feel look really pretty with hazel or green or brown eyes, but I feel like they both work well with the hazel. So that one's right there. I mean, it's not translating as much pigment as it is here, like on my finger, but it's buildable. Like I said, they're really good about being buildable. And then I have the Bella Mandarin. This one's awesome. I love this one. It's like a really pretty orangey peach color. I have used this one. This one's good for like if you're doing just like something natural one day It's really, really nice, especially if you wanted to just warm up that crease area. So that's that one right there. Just a really pretty peach color. Then I was being adventurous with this one. Normally I don't buy colors like this, but I thought it was pretty. I got the Bella Rouge, and this one is metallic, so it has a little bit more of that like foil finish. But it's kind of got like a mauve. Instead of being like a red, it's kind of like a goldeny mauve. You can see that it all kind of like translate into the sun. It looks a little bit more of like a gold undertones, but it's really pretty. And I like, even though it looks super pigmented on my finger, it is, you have to kind of build it up, which I do like because it gives you more of that control. So that's just right there. Gives you more of the control of the colors. And lastly, I wanted to try out the black, only because I feel like everybody's black is a little bit different. Some are a little bit more pigmented, some less, some more buildable, some less. But this one's like, I feel like it's not quite as pigmented as the MAC Correct, but since these all are buildable, it's kind of nice. I feel like it would be really good if you wanted to do like a smoky eye, because as you can see like around the corners, it kind of just fades out, which is nice, but it is very pigmented. The only thing I wish that these were, like if I could change anything about them, I would only say that the consistency of them, I wish they were a little bit more creamy. They do blend well, like I said. Obviously you need good brushes are key to blending as well. So you can have a great shadow and a crappy brush, or vice versa, and then your blending won't work nearly as well. I've heard of people depotting these. To be honest, I'm going to leave them as is, because watching how people depot them, I was like using like a fire torch, and I was like, oh no. I feel like, knowing myself, I catch something or someone on fire. Plus these are domed. If you look, I don't know if you can completely see, but it's raised from the actual packaging. So I feel like I would potentially break them or a chunk of it off by depotting. So I'm just going to keep them in there. But if I had to rate them, I'd say over any other drugstore eyeshadows, I would give those like an 8.5, and that's like being the highest one I've seen yet, just because the finishes are so nice, the blendability is good, the price point is good, the packaging is nice, and you get a lot of product for your money. So I would say if you happen to see those at CVS, Walgreens, wherever they happen to have them, I would go ahead and pick a couple up, maybe more of like the neutral tones. Highly recommend those mattes and the metallics, and give those all a go. Alright, well I hope you enjoyed this short little re-review of the Milani shadows, and I will link all of the colors that I have down below. And that is, before I go, I'm going to point out which colors I have where on my eyes. Let me zoom back in. Alright, so in this inner corner I have the Bella Gold is actually here and here. Bella Copper is in the crease, and then the Bella Bronze, I used to just deepen up the V, and then I blended out my crease before all that with the Bella Caffe, and then lastly for the highlight I just used that Bella Ivory one more time. So just Bella Gold, Bella Ivory, Bella Gold, Bella Copper, Bella Espresso, Bella Ivory one more time. Alrighty, well now we're good. Alrighty, so I will see everybody in my next video, and thank you again so much for watching, and I hope you all have a good week. Bye.